Got a higher quality now. That's great. So I'm gonna stay here for just a little bit. Yeah. And I'm actually gonna get started on the story time while we're streaming. Actually, we are streaming right now. Welcome to Petey Aprendendo Português. I have not. We're in a new apartment, so kudos for that. I wanted to change it up this visit. God, I look like a douche with this getup, but that's okay. Got a fancy mic. I guess anybody could do a podcast at this point, so I figured, why not me? And that was the whole reason for starting the whole streaming thing and getting this microphone. Should have gotten it written off with the taxes, but that's okay. But yeah, anywho, I'm off to a good start already. But today's day 764 on our daily streak. And I don't know what to do with myself at this point. We're actually in third place on the leaderboard. Let's check it out. Oh, seventh place. Okay, not as good as I had anticipated. When I opened up the page, like earlier today, it was like at third place. So it changed in like 2 minutes. Anywho, let's just dive in. We'll do it in a bit. We're almost there to like 777 days, so that's pretty cool. So let's do it. Yeah. All right, here we are. We're gonna go over here. So my whole thing is like, oh, I don't want to overachieve because blah blah blah. But maybe if I refresh the page, is it actually gonna change to? Oh yeah, it does change to 7th place. I guess everybody else is doing Duolingos at the same time as me. But what I think I'll do. Maybe I'll do a practice round of possession, and then I'll do a legendary. Let's do that. Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna waste my lingots. I don't care. I need to get this done. What's up, Ajax? We got our buddy on Twitch here. We got a higher quality resolution thanks to the better Wi-Fi, so very cool.
Sua fazenda.
Your farm. Your farm. Okay, sua salada. Yeah, your salad.
Seus livros.
Our books. Yeah, your books. Oh, I should have gotten that wrong. Because it's nosos libros. Oh, I should have gotten that wrong. But I'll take it anyways. Your cat. Seu gato. Yeah, or teu gato. I don't know the difference between teu and seu. So, if any Portuguese-speaking people... that was never explained to me, so... yeah, just let me know what the difference is.
Sua chave.
Your key. So were you learning Italian, Ajax? How was that? Because you told me you went to Italy. Eu leo suas cartas. Yes, as suas. I knew it was going to be the yours letters. Alright, we got one person on Twitch. Cool. Now let's go next.
O gato bebe o seu leite.
Your cat drinks your milk. I wish I could see the... Fuck. Drinks its milk. Oh, okay. What? The cat drinks its milk. Okay. Suas chaves. There we go. And you could do as.
O gato bebe o seu leite.
The cat drinks its milk, I guess. 20 XP. Alright, we're halfway there.
Eu leio as suas cartas.
I read your letters. Eu leo as suas cartas. Your bears. Teus ursos bebem. Oh wait, urso bebe cerveja. Yeah. So this is a good, like, I've been learning Italian for a while. My level is pretty high. Still not super fluent since I never speak it, but I get by easy in Italy now. That's great. Weird thing for me is, like, I'm in Brazil, and I'm so, like, I have a lot of social anxiety with communicating, and I'm like I'm like either a dog or a small child. I can only say like one or two things, and I've been here like a couple of times. It's my third time here, actually, and I'm just embarrassed, you know. But I'm still going, even though I'm embarrassed. That's life. That's life, or you die. You know, you could also
Os seus
choose that.
gatos bebem leite.
Do your cats drink milk? Fuck. Question mark. There we go. There's the Teu cavalo. Seu cavalo. I don't know the difference between teu and seu. The social anxiety goes and your level gets higher. You become more comfortable. Oh, as your level gets higher. There's a typo in what you're saying. I'm actually going to take the comment. I'm going to take the chat and I'm going to bring it up here. Is this something you can read, Ajax? By the way, if I bring this chat up here, because a lot of people say that they can't read it, but I don't really want it getting in the way of like what I got going on here with my Duolingos. And also, it's a good place to window my handsome face. My bread and butter, yo.
O cachorro bebe sua água.
Okay, this freaked me out the first time, but Lily's head is like a fucking pumpkin. I don't know why it's just her, though. Your dog drinks its water. Oh, fuck my ass. I'm gonna fail here. Ele lê as suas cartas. Yeah.
Seus pássaros comem moscas.
Your birds eat flies. Okay. O gato, the cat. Bebe. Is it seu leite or sua? Is it o leite or bebe a sua leite? I think it's o seu leite. I don't know. Alright, it is o seu. O gato toma. Okay, that's a different way to say drink. That I forgot about that. It's a little small for me to read since I don't use full screen. That's okay. There's that option of using full screen. I've got a friend who is on YouTube, and she puts me on her TV like I'm football or something like that, you know. It's kind of cool. It's a cool interaction too. You know, this type of format. I actually had a Twitch person follow me and say she was like writing I think maybe a dissertation or something on streamers who just do educational stuff and they just stream their progress and other people learn that way as like a new educational thing. It is small. Yeah, I gotta get my level higher. The thing is like, it already is. Like, I already completed the course, but like, I feel like an amateur still. Você fritam os seus ovos. Okay, one more. Okay. Is that how you roll your R? It's like, you know, is it like Pidgeotto from Pokemon's? I don't mean to be cringy here. I'm really curious. Oh, wow, the matchy match on the phone app is actually not random, which is awesome. Oh, that's bolsa. Okay.
O cachorro bebe sua água.
The dog. All caps. The dog drinks its water. I gotta make sure that this is correct because I only got one heart left. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's probably right. Yeah, it's right. Yay! Alright. Get excited for nothing. I'm kidding. It's not nothing. Let's remind ourselves. This is not nothing. Okay? I don't know what you guys think. Well, what you one guy, Ajax is the one guy that's here. Anywho, but I would say that this is not nothing. 764 on the daily streak, keeping the flame going, keeping it alive. And I haven't seen a streak bigger than mine for Portuguese on Twitch. So that is nice. And most importantly, as per tradition, we must display, and there's a bit of latency on my end, but that's okay. Oh wow, 10 minutes and 5 seconds, just like the other day. Holy crap! It's almost like I got this down to like a science, or like a way of, like, the timing is all the same for some reason. That's freaky. Anywho, let's see that flame on the phone app and get. Oh yeah, 764 on the day streak, making the connection from Wednesday to Thursday. We've gone over the hump of hump day. I don't know why 764 looks like a good number. There's something magical to it. Actually, 765 is a cool one. But moving forward, let's enjoy that flame. Yes, yummy. That is yummy. Right now I am studying a little bit of Spanish, but as a beginner, and then I started with Chinese 7 days ago. That's complex. What do you think it's gonna... I forget where you live, Ajax. I mean, no, you don't have to tell me. But, like, are you close enough to China where you think, like, okay, I better start learning, they're gonna take over? They're gonna imperialize the rest of the Western world? That's right. Okay, the UK. It's, like, do you think that they're gonna really, like, smack the UK with the imperialism that you guys start learning now? I don't know. I don't have a reason to learn Chinese. Right now I'm studying a little bit of Spanish as a beginner and started. I don't know. Although it would be easier ordering food with Chinese. Hey, yeah, there's that. And, you know, I gotta say, Chinese people, like, I'm assuming Chinese Mandarin speaking, or if it's Cantonese, you know, whichever. I don't think it's, judging by the left-leaning ideals of Duolingo, I don't think that they would be pushing Cantonese, because the CCP's trying to cut Cantonese and have Chinese Mandarin be the main language of all of China. And culturally, a lot of globalist people are in agreement. Not people. People and companies are in agreement. Yeah. But it's tough. I mean, I don't want to say any more controversial stuff as it stands because I've already said like many controversial things that could get me, pooped on. But, whatever you're into, I guess, kids. So let's go to... I want to get a full-on flame. A good old flamey flame. And, you know what? Speaking of China, let's do... Here's the segue. Where the hell is it? Let's do... Speaking of China, let's do... Tickets to China. Oh, you saw it coming. There we go. There we go.
Uma
Mandarin.
passagem para a China.
I gotta say, man, do you think you would want to order food? That's the main thing. Okay, side note. I would say the number one thing for me with learning Portuguese, it's like just simple shit like buying something or ordering food. Maybe it's because I'm a fat ass. I don't know. But like, the difference, they ask for debit or credit. Credito or debito. And then you just say, all right, credito. I sometimes want to be like, what do you mean? I'm American. Always credit, never debit. Why would you ever use debit? I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. Passagem para a China. This is gonna be a repeat, so just for the flame. Do you want me to speed run this, or do you want me to take my time? Cause I can do either. Actually, I'm gonna decide for myself. I'm gonna do speed running cause I am impatient. Got 154 characters learnt is quite a lot, my dude. Proud of you. Proud of you.
Júnior está no aeroporto.
Junior's at the airport.
Ele fala com a mulher do balcão.
He speaks to the lady at the front desk.
Você precisa de ajuda?
Do you need help?
Quero uma passagem para a China, por favor.
I want a ticket to China, please. Quiero uma passagem para a China, por favor. Por favor. Okay, the other thing, I forgot I was going to say this and talk about this. I forgot again. Oh, yeah. At an airport, I felt like more people were accommodating. But, here where I'm at, it's just, nobody gives a shit about, I don't know. I can't generalize. I think it's because I don't try. And I just need to have more confidence in just trying speaking Portuguese with other people. I just don't want them to know I'm a gringo. I mean, it's hard to hide, but I am one. You can't shock Chinese people when you bust at fluent Mandarin at the local Chinese takeaway. Honestly, characters are the hardest thing. Mandarin grammar is way more simple than Portuguese grammar. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad the grammar confuses the shit out of me because it's why are we doing why are we flipping shit, for the China? I want a ticket for the China, please. Why do we have to put the, and why is the only a letter? I've made these arguments in the beginning of my Portuguese journey, and I can't question it.
Cadê seus pais?
Where's your dad?
Com licença, eu não tenho 7 anos.
Excuse me, I don't have 7 years. Com licença, eu não tenho 7 anos. Isn't English though there's no verb conjugation. It sounds like, okay, I don't know these subjunctive conjugations. I don't know these words, and I pretend that I'm trying to know and understand it. But even if you explain a conjugation, it just sounds like conjuration for me, and I just start thinking about magic spells and things to conjure. That's the one thing that I'm thick-headed in. Like, I don't know why I can't get get that part of it. No articles? I'm not sure what you mean by no articles. All right, next.
Quantos anos você tem?
How many years do you have? Sounds like he's gonna die soon when you ask it that way.
Eu tenho 8 anos.
I have 8 years. Eu tenho 8 anos. Oh, you must be terminal, kid.
Uma passagem para a China custa 10 mil reais.
A passage for the China costs 10 million or thousand, yes, which begs the question. What confuses me is mil is 1,000, same as 100, like a century, but milhões is million. Why do we say? I don't understand. Like, I guess it makes sense because it's like centi, milli, but I don't understand. What? Maybe English is flawed in that sense. Where we say kilos, like where does kilos come from? If milli means 1,000. Also, I don't know. Anywho, conjunction means how the verb is alerted. Like querer is conjugated to quiero to say I want. The articles are the, a, an, an. Oh, like literally the is an article? Or I'm not sure what you're saying. Conjugation means... Okay, it's the, and, or the. Also, begs the question about pronouns and stuff like that. Hear me out. What if we went back to thine and thou for what is it? For pronouns, for gender neutral pronouns, would that work? You're the Englishman. I don't know. I'm just a goddamn rebel here from the Americas. I don't know. It's how the verb is altered. Yeah, I hate that shit. I hate how anything is altered to accommodate for anything if it means the same thing. Like I want is so easy. I want. He wants. They want. Want. Rather than quiero, queremos, querer. It's like... I guess maybe you could say more with less words. But is it worth learning an entirely new system for? I don't know. But the ticket costs 10,000 reais, which, how much is that? I want to actually analyze this. How much is that in USD? Because it's 10,000 reais divided by... that's fair. That's like $2,000. That was a slightly different form of you. Okay. I'm my sister reads a lot of Shakespeare. I do not. I don't know the variations, but wouldn't it be cool if there was some sort of old English equivalent of a gender neutral they them kind of deal? Or is they them actually what was used? Could thou be altered like they to refer to one person, not being about you, but being about he, she, him, her, kind of? I don't know. See, that's what confuses me. It's just trying to alter language. It takes cultural influence, a lot of it, over the course of years and generations to get the next generation accommodated into, or not accommodated, but brainwashed essentially into the new way of speaking. I think that's what Joseph Stalin talked about the cinema, about converting people to communism. But I'm not going to go there. I kind of did, but I'm not going to continue further. Language does have to develop naturally. And it does. Like, even when you talk about, like, you know, and like things like ending yourself, you can't say the K word because it's triggery. So, like, you just kind of deviate. Like, society from the internet restrictions have deviated and called it unaliving, which I find fascinating. Things like that, you know, like even new verbs and new, or everything, especially with millennials, have created verbs out of everything. And I don't even know if it's millennials. It could have just been like corporatism trying to create a verb out of something to get people excited to buy something. So, could be that. I'm not exactly sure where the origins were of that. I'm in a very intellectual mood because I don't know. Maybe because the laptop is stationed higher than me. This is like a low couch. But it costs 10... let's continue.
Tudo bem. Para onde eu posso ir com R$20?
Alright. Where can I go with 20 reais? Well, $20... $20 is $20. You know what I'm saying? That's a young child. What am I saying? I think the language has to develop naturally. The English language is losing IQ points. I mean, like, do you think that my English is like the shit English in your perspective? I will say, like, there's this guy I met years ago that talked about how he took a course in college called Ebonics, and it's like the street thug language, you know, just the hood language that was so poorly, like, botched and shitty English. It's such bad grammar, it became its own language essentially. And like, he was talking in that manner with the accent. It's like, yeah, but I took a college course on it. Like, and it was a completely white guy, like, talking like this, like it's a different language, and I just got, as a white guy, made me uncomfortable. It did. And I don't know that guilt. Do you feel that guilt too? Tudo bem. Para onde eu posso ir com R$20? What can I get with $20? Reais. Yeah. It is basically de-evolution. Now, would it be de-evolution or would it just be evolution? It's kind of like the whole argument of, like, reverse racism. It's just racism. You know, it's still being prejudiced. It's still, you know, determining on one's race. It's still evolution, but the needs to be intelligent for our survival isn't there. So therefore, we just evolve naturally. And that's just a natural course of evolution, is this type of, I guess, entropy, if I'm saying that right. Rap has got normal people to speak like an English language learner. You mean like somebody who doesn't know English initially? You know, begs the question. My cousin actually sounds like that. My cousin sounds like that. And he's... he fell in love with this girl in Barbados, and they both sound incoherent. So now their kids are gonna sound all fucked up too. I love him to. I mean, I don't love him to death because he doesn't, like, we don't talk anymore. We lost contact. But you know, I just like the fact that he sounds incoherent and his wife also sounds incoherent. Cause you know, she's got an excuse. She's actually a foreigner. He is not. You know, like, he's like born and raised American, but just can't like he learned, I guess, what would be called Ebonics by scholars. Anyways, next.
Ed, o pai de Júnior, corre para o balcão.
Eddie, the father of Junior, runs to the balcony.
Júnior, por que você está no aeroporto?
Junior, why are you at the airport?
Eu tenho um teste de matemática hoje. Preciso sair do país.
I have a test in mathematics today. I need to leave the country. Eu tenho teste de matemática hoje. Preciso sair do país. Preciso sair do país.
Quanto custa uma passagem?
How much does it cost for a ticket?
10.000 reais.
10,000 reais. 10,000 reais. Reais. Mil. A yummy meal. I take it you don't like rap? What's your favorite type of music, Ajax?
E 2 passagens?
And 2 pathogens and 2 tickets?
20.000 reais.
20 million reais. 20 million. 20,000. 20 mil reais. Mil reais. Reais. There we go. Yes. Next. I'm in a weird mood today.
Excelente. Você é muito bom em matemática.
Excellent. You are very good at mathematics.
E você está preparado para o seu teste.
You are prepared for your test. And you are preparado para o seu teste. Because we did ownership. So we know what o seu means. Really good. Really well. See, I speak English good. I hope you cringe with that comment, my friend. Costs. What is it? At what cost? Custa. Counter balcão. 10,000. Days meal. Where are caddy? Aeroporto. Airport. Alright, 32 XP away from our daily goal, and we know that's a lie because we already got like 42 XP, so this would have gone over. Most importantly, we have to, and the only reason we are here doing the story time is for that beautiful flame of 764 days on the daily streak. Ugh. I'm gonna die inside if this ever goes away. I check this every day. It haunts me every day. Like, because sometimes I lose like track of what day it is, and it haunts me every single day. If I forget, like, I'm like sometimes afraid to open the browser, where I'm like, oh shit, did I fuck up? Did I fuck up today? Nope, still doing it, still at it. So we gotta show this cringy amount of gratitude of the 764. It's so I stay sane. It's really that. If it's goofy, say so. I don't care. Say what you need. The internet's harsh, man. I haven't even gotten much criticism towards doing the hand signs. Makes me feel like I'm in the Naruto universe because I'm such a weeb. I'd like to say that I am, but I really just like that anime. Just Naruto. Naruto, a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, a little bit of Bleach. What else? New season of Bleach is coming out. MHA I got into. But like any of like the off-genre stuff that like anime connoisseurs are really into, I appreciate the tenacity of wanting to like expand their repertoire of things that they watch, but man, I can't do that. That's like a full-time job. It's a full-on like passionate hobby to watch that many episodes of a show that I don't trust myself to listen to like something new and like, because I'm scared of wasting the time and not liking it. And I'm like that with music too, so I try to like get a word of mouth suggestion of what I listen to and watch sometimes. I don't appreciate though like an algorithm telling me what to do though, and now that makes it feel kind of weird. Anyways, long rant aside, 764. Good on us. And I'm gonna read your comment, Ajax. I mean, like some of the rhythm and beats to rap music, however, all the best backing tracks are stolen from soul music from the 70s and 80s. What's his name? Oh, dude. Yeah, the infinity streak. Wouldn't that be something? If like you get to a certain number and they're just like, you know what? You're good. But they're not gonna do that. You can't make money off of that. But imagine that. Actually, Duolingo Plus, and that's changed its name to Super Duo or something like. I don't know what it's called. Makes me think of Super Mario. But Duolingo Plus, they give you like a 48-hour window instead of 24, which would be awesome to have a little bit of a break. But I don't really want to give myself that much of a break. If I could be quite honest with myself. But yeah, Clyde Stubblefield is the guy. I don't know if he's still alive, but I remembered watching a documentary about how his drum beat became the drum beat that rappers used in all of their albums. And the thing is like when he was in the James Brown band, drummer for the James Brown band, he never got paid royalties because James Brown owned the rights to the music and he was just the drummer. So like he got no credit where credit was due, obviously. And he made that drum lick himself. And to this day, that recording, I don't think that's recordings used now. But even the Beatles used a lot of sampling. Like, I think they were the ones who started sampling. So if you want to have some, like, English pride there, I would say that tidbit. I don't know your music history knowledge, but that's what I know. Anywho, I watched Naruto all the way through high school, and it was like 200 episodes of fillers. That's what killed it. Okay, I got a theory. I don't even know if you guys have Toonami in the UK, but Toonami was a show on Adult Swim. I don't know what age group you're in, but like once Naruto got to the filler arcs, that grand 200 episode filler arc between because the anime was actually out producing from the manga, so now like a bunch of anime, I guess I would assume that, I don't know the history specifically, but I've noticed that a lot of anime is way behind the manga, just so that they give the manga enough time to be creative and write enough chapters for the anime, because actually the anime was outpacing the manga, specifically with Naruto, and I think Bleach as well. But that's what killed Toonami, in my humble opinion, initially, was the filler arc of Naruto. And every fan I knew at the time fell off of Naruto, and I was still like, come on, it's still good, it's still a good show, it's like, come on, like, it left on such a cliffhanger. But they, after the time skip, it was a little slow. I'll admit, I can't rewatch the time, like the arc after the time skip. But then after that, it starts really picking up. But yeah, that filler arc is tough to get through. I don't even think I got through it. I think I just got to. I think I was a late fan. I was a late fan of Naruto, so I was just like, oh, fuck Naruto, I don't give a shit about it. Then I actually watched it, and then I was just like, oh shit, this is actually really good. This is actually not bad. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. And at that point, everybody left and checked out. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's not. I gave it a shot after it became popular, and that's how I kind of do things. It's like I like things after they're popular, so all the shitty people go away. And now that anime and video games and and things like that are getting to be popular now, all the douchebags are coming in, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that type of ecosystem of doucheness. So I'm just like, all right, let me focus on things that are way separate from that. You know, like learning a language. It's kind of a video game. Duolingo is kind of like a video game, but it's not enough of a video game for me to, you know, be exceptionally skilled as far as motor skills is. It's very much a cool, and it's not like it's something as lame as Bubble Shooter 5000 or anything like that. It's, you know, it's tinkery. You get to it's brain tinkery, so you know you get to challenge yourself, but in a different way. Probably why I like Pokemon. It's not as active because I've got like a slow brain or something. I prefer concise one series anime with not too many episodes, like Cowboy Bebop. Dude, an old man. I was in a marching band this summer, talking about, just talking about whatever, and we for some reason we got on the I think, you know what it was? It was a guy's ringtone. I'm like, oh, that's a cool ringtone, man. It's like, yeah, it's from this anime called Cowboy Bebop. And this guy is like 50, 60 years old. And I'm like, dude, no way. This guy, like older people are getting into anime, or at least this guy. And he's a really cool guy. God, I forget his name. It's embarrassing. But he's a trombone player. He wrote an article about like different size mouthpieces and getting a mouthpiece that's specifically designed for your face, and then your way of playing to get a solid airstream, and also how like back in the day of bugles, like how everything was just attached to the horn. There was no contouring of any kind to certain mouthpieces. It was interesting, and you know, Wedge is the company, I think, that takes a 3D print and actually customizes things, kind of like an Invisalign, but for a mouthpiece in playing trombone, tuba, trumpet, or French horn, or euphonium, but that's the same as a trombone mouthpiece. Anywho, he told me to watch, like, everybody I know is just like, dude, you gotta watch Cowboy Bebop, and I'm like, I hate people my age. I hate millennials. We piss me off. But this older guy is just like, no, it's a good show. It's a good show with a great soundtrack. All right, you got me. This guy's cool. He writes articles about like cool stuff I'm interested in. I respect him. I think I should take the plunge. Because I had a friend suggest Fairy Tail to me, and I watched all of Fairy Tail. Not bad. Actually, I don't want to give it a thumbs up. The first couple of episodes were cool and adventurous, and then it kind of got normal. Like I thought Fairy Tail was going to be like this expansive world, but it just ended up being like, oh, okay, let's just go to the same place with the same people with the same gags, and but I do like the concept. I thought that was well oriented. But just there's so much good that could have come from it, and then they like darken the color scheme a little bit, and that's how you know they were all grown up and stuff. And yeah, it's, let me see. They need to figure out how to make Duolingo more addicting. For me, I would say I'm addicted to streaming every day and having good conversations with you guys. It's you and me, Ajax. There's nobody else anywhere else, but that's why I'm here. It's just to see, you know, it helps me. It really does help me get going, and I think for me, I've been diagnosed with ADHD. I keep telling everybody this, and it's really worked for me. The flame is like, ooh, shiny. Quite literally, it's a shiny flame. Cowboy Bebop is on of the few animes you could actually recommend to a boomer. Yeah. I mean, that boomer liked it. Bebop is more adult in its storytelling, and it's not too cringe or ridiculous like modern animes. I know. There are some things that I like about the cringe because I don't know why, but it seems to be like a trope that is almost like it just comes with the territory. So there has to be a little bit of it. Okay, one Naruto episode filler you gotta watch if you really want to cringe is the English dub of like, I forget what it is, but it's like, it's an English dub of Naruto doing training with Master Jiraiya with this one female toad sage, and it's like to dispel genjutsu. I recommend it if you really want to cringe. I sat through it because I was just like, it's in Shippuden. It's gonna be way out of like your point of references because you ended at Naruto as is, but Shippuden, yeah, that episode with the frog and the female toad, it was bad. It was really bad. The Froggy song. If I were I couldn't do voice acting just because of cringy episodes. That's probably the thing that's preventing me from being a voice actor. Is just cringy episodes. Like, I don't want shitty writing. I don't want to. I get embarrassed. I don't know. Whatever you got to do, I guess, to make it to the top. But damn. Bebop is more adult in this. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna do another one because the conversations these days have been really good. I don't even know if I should do legendary at this point, because like we got one here, we got one there. I'm just gonna open this up. We're gonna see where we're at. And 74 out of 50. Oh man, we're in 5th place. I think what I'm gonna do for the next 2 days, or no, like the next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think I'm just gonna do 10 minutes a day. Sunny Fairy Tale. Oh my god. Somebody, speaking of fairy tale, who is this? Do I know this person? I shouldn't have just straight up followed them. I don't know who this person is. How do they know where I'm from? Who the hell are you? Oh, they got Super Duo. That's good for you. Obsidian, 146. You could get there, Ajax. Alright, let's go to our friend updates. Speaking of which. Alright, yeah, this is pretty much the same as yesterday. I'm gonna go to learn. And as you can see, my friend, I've completed the course. I don't know what I should do next. Maybe nature? Yeah, you know what? There's coconuts everywhere. Let's do restoring nature.
Turistas não podem entrar na floresta.
What? First place has... what is that? 5K? Yeah, I guess so. That's life, man. And then you die. Yeah, I mean... It's easy to get a bunch of XP if you really want to. I remembered the first time I got into Diamond League, I got like a, I don't know, it was like something along the lines of like 7,000. Was it? I know, I think it might have just been that 1,000, and that was a lot for me at the time because I was on my phone. Tourists Tour, I don't know this one. Tourist cannot enter the forest. Yes.
Esta flor é uma rosa.
Esta flor é...
Esta flor é uma rosa.
É uma rosa.
É
is a
uma
is a
rosa.
pink. The flower is a rose. Oh. Rosa can also mean rose. Okay, taken. Pegado.
Pegado.
Spoken. To is falado.
Falado.
Space is espaço.
Espaço.
Cat is gato.
Gato.
Forget is esquecer. I don't know if this is gluttonous or not, but like, I'm in Brazil learning Portuguese by not interacting with people. Like, how goddamn privileged am I? I swear to God, like, I could be going outside and talking to people or get stabbed. Just saying. But, moving on.
Você não pode ouvir o telefone por causa do temporal.
Oh my God, that was a lot.
Você
não pode.
não pode.
That's all I got.
Você não pode ouvir o telefone por causa do temporal.
Ouvir.
Ouvir. Você não pode ouvir o telefone por causa do temporal. O telefone por causa
do temporal.
do temporal.
Oh, you cannot use the telephone because of the weather. Because of the storm, right? You know, you can only say what you already know. Dash what you have learned via input. You can only say what you... Is that supposed to be a quote or something? You can say what you already know, dash what you have learned via input. Now, I will say, my friend, speaking of fairy tale, as far as the fan service with that, and that's like the cringe part, there's a lot of cringe parts with the whole fan service thing, but I could not look away as a male. And that was one of those shonen animes that, you know, you could have, like, it was old school shonen kinda. I guess old school now because we're all old now. Me being a millennial. And that, you know, like, it worked. For some reason it was successful. Is it Fuego? No, it's Fogo. I think it muito muito perigoso. Yes, Fogo. Fuego is Spanish. And I know that because fue coco. Not because of 8th grade Spanish. You can only say things you already learned. You can learn things from things they say to you, though. Yeah, so that's how Brazilians teach people. How they teach you. They just speak in Portuguese and they expect you to know the language and learn that way. So me being the opposite of that, where I'm just like, no, you gotta show me. You gotta really show me, like, this is apple. Uma maçã. Uma maçã. There you go. Here's an apple. You know? I mean, I learned agua de coco very easily. It's coconut water. Because it's, like, right there. I could walk and get one right now. I probably should after this. You know what it is? It's like, even, and I'm going to rant a little bit. My experience here, and actually my last visit and the visit before, I feel like my girlfriend speaks fluent English, and she's like been such a doll. She's been taking care of, you know, me and all like with the whole language barrier thing. I haven't really had to adapt because she speaks Portuguese, obviously, because she's from here, but she also translates to me via English, and she's so talented with that. But I sometimes wonder if I was left to my own devices, I would probably learn, dare I say, I would probably learn quicker. But I appreciate the favors that she gives me in helping me out. But I feel like very incompetent every time. Like, I feel like a helpless puppy, and I don't think she likes seeing that with speaking Portuguese. And so, like, funny thing, though, I was at the airport, and the guy was, I say that, like because I said earlier the airport was very accommodating, but there's like this one guy, I think he might have been a pilot or somebody to like point around to like where you check your bags for foreigners. And I was just like, he was talking to me about like, this is where you, I don't know what he said, but I think he was like pointing, and I'm like, okay, você não fala inglês, or você não fala português, or sorry, eu não falo português. And but he just kept talking in Portuguese, like he heard me, but he didn't care, or like he's just like, well, let me say it to you like this. Maybe you'll know. It's like, no, I don't speak Portuguese. I don't know what you're like. I want to just say like I don't know, like just drop character, and just say yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. And that's the thing. I saw a YouTube short of and it could have been a TikTok. It doesn't matter. Nothing's sacred. Nobody owns copyrights to anything anymore. If I knew that, I would have just done royalty-free music and just rode that train, because intellectual property isn't taken seriously by, communists. Anyways, and that's true. That's a true fact. What was I gonna say? I saw a TikTok of this one girl and her boyfriend talking about how I think it was a Reddit post, and the guy was just like, okay, let me learn Spanish, because she's like almost like a different, there's like something about how people are different. They have a different character when they speak a different language. And I could see that like as a horn player. I've met a lot of like French horn, trombone, trumpet, female players, and they have to put on the mask. It's a very masculine instrument, so they have to put on the masculine mask when they're playing a brass instrument. That's why a lot of them I've known, a lot of female like brass players, are bipolar bitches. Anyways, fucking crazy. Anyways, he learned Spanish and it freaked her out. But like, I wonder if I don't want to change who I am or alter myself, because I feel like that's faulty. So I try to approach Portuguese as I am as an American English speaker. And that's like the wrong method. You have to change character. And maybe I'm like the opposite of an actor, where it's like I get weird about it. Like when I see acting, I'm like, I know you're lying. Like an idiot. Like, yeah, I know what you're doing wrong. And I feel like especially as an American, it's like, oh, I'm appropriating somebody else's culture. Oh my God, don't do that. You're appropriating somebody's culture. And I'm so scared to like offend and like have the shit beaten out of me that I'm just like, yeah, how about I just sound like a goofy white person approaching this language so nobody gets mad at me. That's how paranoid us white American guys are being made, because it's just like you can't win no matter what, and that's the honest truth. Especially when speaking to people that don't exactly learn language. I gotta continue, by the way. You can only say things you already learned. Oh, right. Learn Italian without speaking any Italian for like 2 weeks. Then I finally went to Italy. I could speak on day 1. Huh. I wonder why it's like not... I wonder why it's different for you and me. Like, you seem to get it. I don't know why I'm not getting it. Something's gonna click, though. I think I need to drink. That's what it is. My sister dated a guy in the UK, and he's like an alcoholic. Like, I'm assuming, if I don't mean to stereotype, but if, you get like hammered every day, maybe that's a bit of a confidence juice that I would need. Because here's another thing. Dancing. I'm very paranoid and like socially anxious about dancing. but I had like a shit ton of beer earlier, and it's not the best beer, but it's beer. And I was like dancing with my girlfriend, and we you know, she was like surprised that I could actually dance a little bit. I'm not dancing samba, but I'm still like kind of doing it, you know. The difference is that I forced myself to work through short story books, then eventually actual books. It's very difficult in the beginning, but it got easier and easier over time. That's why I recommend the Ollie Richards short stories. It's how I really progressed a lot. Problem is, you know, you're actually in the place of wanting to learn Italian very much. I am just simply doing Duolingo and seeing what I could do from that, because I have that like weird routine and ritual hyper focus. If I get something out of the hyper focus, I'm gonna lose my streak. If I make this show about more than what it needs to be, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose everything. I don't know if I can make this Duolingo show a variety show, because like Duolingo itself is like, I gotta keep that fucking streak. I wish I could take like a year off and just go freestyle. But man, the routine of it, man, it's keeping me going. It's gotten me this far. Also também.
Temporal.
Storm. Brotes trazido.
Trazido.
Saus.
Molho.
Molho come, vir.
Por que há espaços diferentes?
Why are there different spaces? There we go. Gas is, what do you, I think it's perdido. I'm kidding. It's gas. Gas is gas. Gone is ido. Drink. Bebida. Slept.
Dormido.
Los perdido. But at some point, it's good to move on to heavier input. I think I'll start with movies. Okay, here's an idea. If there is, I don't know if there is, if there's a Portuguese dub of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I'll play that. I'll do that. Because I was talking to a couple of friends about that. Or maybe if there's like some sort of mod I could get. Or not, it's probably not even a mod. Like if Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was released in Portuguese, that would be cool. And it would help me learn. Or Pokemon. If I played Pokemon in Portuguese, that'd be, I don't know, I think that'd be something. Because, okay, this is debatable, and I asked my 3rd grade teacher. I was playing an RPG video game known as Pokemon. Was it Ruby at the time? Was that 3rd grade? That couldn't have been 3rd grade. I remember showing that, like, this text to my teacher, like, look, I'm reading here. Like, does this count as reading? She's like, no. I mean, don't get me wrong, my 3rd grade teacher's awesome. But, I think she didn't know, like, what RPGs could be. And I think, being old school, that's just a thing. Of like denying technology and its usability and making learning fun, like comics for a lot of language learning. Okay, here's the thing. I tried watching Pokemon in Portuguese, but the Portuguese dub was so dumb that there was actually fragments of the English dub into it, and it's like, wow, this is really low production. Movies are really hard. Books are far easier. Whenever you find fun, what if you do movies with subtitles? That could be something. That'll give you a motivation to persist. That yeah. Whenever you find fun, is the best thing to do. Whatever you find fun is the best thing to do. I hate reading. That's what it is, because I'm stupid. It's like you could watch anime with the Portuguese dub, English subtitles. Because I don't know. I've seen some of the Brazilian cartoons. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, I just think they're goofy and disgusting looking. I was talking to some people online about that, like some people on Tandem, and they're talking about like these cartoons, and it just looks really crappy. I mean, you could say that about Peanuts, you know, like Charlie Brown. It looks, yeah, looks disgusting. Like, so, I forget the kid with like like one of the kids looks like his head looks like a ball sack. I think it's Pigpen. I don't know who's the kid from Peanuts that has the like the thinning hair, but his head looks like a ball sack. It's like reading a book with visual context. Yeah, I mean, I think if there is even like manga, if I could read manga, I don't know, man. I'm trying to delineate. I don't think I'm using delineate right. I think I'm trying to derive my memory and from knowing Charlie Brown. It's been a long time since I've seen anything from Charlie Brown. Anyways, I'm actually making myself tired. It's hot here, and that's part of the stupid that I seem to be getting is like it's hot. My brain is frying. My brain is frying. But yeah, comics. I should read Naruto.
Eu tenho espaço suficiente. Eu tenho espaço suficiente.
Speaking of which, I have enough room. Eu tenho espaço suficiente. What if you read Naruto, like the manga? Like if you gave it another shot? I think you should. Because it's literally 700 chapters. And, you know, I think if you read it in Italian, that would be kind of cool. In the beginning slice of life manga is the earliest genre to read vocab-wise. I see. Can't be learning about genjutsus and stuff when you're just a beginner in the language. I respect that.
Ele olhou para o céu. Ele olhou para o céu. Ele olha
Olhou para o céu.
para o céu.
He looks to the sky. Fuck. He looked at the sky. Para o céu. Olhou. Oh, past tense. Olhou, not olhar. Duh. I'm a poop brain. Neither. Name. Floresta. 1919. Stayed.
Mudado.
Oh, fuck. Ficado.
Ficado.
Mudado is changed. 700 chapters? How long would that take me to read? Well, it's the entire, like, Naruto series. Of course it's going to take a long-ass time to read. I don't know how long it's gonna take, man. I like how it continues on. I found the Naruto manga in Italian online. Yeah, I mean, if you want to read the entire 700 chapters, you definitely can. If you get bored or sick of it, you know, I'm not even, like, sponsored by anything like that. It looks exactly like the anime. Yeah, but, like, no fillers. No filler arc. That's the better part. And it's, honestly, you could get through a chapter quicker than an episode easily. So if you feel like you want to, like, spam, that's the beautiful thing about manga. It's like you could get through all of that content in like an afternoon, which would take like 3 days without sleeping or eating or shitting, or unless if you take your phone in the bathroom with you. But it's taboo for some people to take the phone in the bathroom with you. You remember that age of like I had a friend who like watched, who took his laptop in the bathroom with him to, you know, like fiddle on. I mean, no, it could have been the other thing, but like could have been like YouTube or like being on Facebook or anything like that, because he just was so hooked on his device. But like now we do that all the time with our phones. It just became more convenient. That's what phones are for, exactly. But it was taboo at a point if you took your whole laptop into the bathroom. But what's the difference between those people and, you know, your phone? Because that was weird. That was weird if you took your whole laptop with you.
Eu tenho pente de madeira.
I have a comb, a wood comb, or wooden. I think you're gonna like Naruto. I think you're gonna like it. It's a good time to get Duolingo EXP. I don't give a shit.
O avião voa. Avião. O avião voa alto no céu. Voa alto no céu.
The bird, something flies to the air. Flies high in the sky. Alto. Alto, high in the sky. Which I believe that is also Italian too. My mom's learning Italian. She's trying. She's on day 30, and I told her, just do one lesson a day. Just do one lesson a day. Don't give a crap about anything other than that. Menino tem cavalo de madeira. Yeah. Alto is very high. Altissimo is very high. Now, my question is, why, and this is probably something that I missed out in, because I only went to like a 2-year school for music. What's with soprano being above alto? If alto is high, what's up with that? You know, what's higher than... Like, is soprano higher... I mean, it literally is higher than alto, but, like, why is alto the high one? Probably something to do with music history, and soprano was added later for females that could sing higher than alto. Like a super alto. Going beyond alto. Altissimo. Well, like, why didn't they call it altissimo, I guess? Because there's alto, altissimo, there's soprano, there's sopranissimo or something like that for like, and that's and then there's piccolo, and then piccolissimo, like as far as like high, like going higher and higher and higher. I don't know, music has a weird format. Especially the weird thing that trumpets have literally the same fingerings as a tuba, or a baritone, or a you know, in the same. It has the same fingerings as its like cousin instruments, but for some reason it has transposing music. I don't understand that. You either got to be consistent with one thing or the other. Can't have it both
Às
ways.
vezes me pergunto. Às vezes
me pergunto.
Vezes.
Me pergunto.
Me pergunto. Às vezes me pergunto em que planeta você vive.
Em que
Em
planeta
Que planeta?
nasce você?
Às vezes me pergunto em que planeta você vive. Você vive.
The times I ask that the planet you live in Sometimes I ask myself what planet you live on. Oh, that's snarky. That's very snarky. That is a snarky comment. See, okay, once you get to the language learning of sarcasm, that's how you know. That's how you know you're like an advanced speaker. If you could speak sarcasm in your language, in the language that you're learning, you're fully there. And you know, you think I started learning sarcasm maybe in like 4th grade because my 4th grade teacher was very sarcastic, and ironically enough, she told us not to be sarcastic, even though she was the most sarcastic human being on the earth at that time that I knew. But yeah, it was crazy.
Elas importam madeira do Brasil.
They import wood from Brazil. Import wood from Brazil. Yeah.
Você pode ver a terra do Você
Você
pode.
I hate how it stops the audio. Você pode
ver a terra do espaço. Ver a terra do espaço.
You can see the Earth from space. Yeah, dummy. Where else could you see it? That's so nuts, though. Like, the fact that, like, space is infinite. There's, like, so many people who are, like, in crisis about, oh my god, there's overcrowding, it's overcrowded. Like, I want to say something to people that think, like, oh, we gotta, like, have, like, an extinction event. Or, like, you know, not have babies and stuff like that. It's like, oh my god, it's overcrowded, it's overcrowded. There's literally space, an infinite amount of space everywhere for us to traverse. Like, more planetary sized things than you can ever think of. Of course, you know, being inhabitable on this planet, you know, there could be overcrowding, but like, we just need enough innovative minds to like figure out like how we could sustain life on a ship, and then just start there, and then build out. Like, that's the leap that we got to take. It's like not impossible. Elon Musk is buying Twitter to prove that. Oof. We should just send out the activists into space. Yeah. Be a lot more quiet if we did that.
Eu perdi minha carteira no temporal.
No, but seriously. I think they just need to really know the wisdom of life. They just need to be like wise with what their thinking is. And that's all they need. They need to really like pay attention to like what the world is actually like, or how everything is actually like, you know.
Perdi.
He lost my letter, my table, is it? My wallet, carteira, in the storm. I lost. Oh fuck! It's not ele per, or I forget. Ele perdi. I think a lot of the you know, something we got to remind ourselves too. It's like the extreme activists. Advocates are great. Activists, the extreme people that are activists and things like that, they seem to like. And sorry, Vivianzia, I don't know how to say your name. 22. It's good to see you, but yeah, like sorry for like the deep discussion right in the middle of my Duolingos, but you know, I lost my train of thought now. Like I just think that some individual needs to talk to them and walk through all the steps all the logical steps in a calm manner. And if we could do that for every activist type of person that's like gone bonkers, we could make an influence. And you'd say, you know, hey, that's futile. Yeah, but if they're in the solid minority of people, and we're the vast majority of people that have gotten to that other side, you know, it's not that big of an effort if you go out of your way to at least do that for one person. Anyways, they just want to feel important without actually doing anything. They just lecture others. Hey, you know, it's there's a lot of people out there that just want to say, like, don't want to admit to being wrong. And the thing is the stigma of being wrong is the worst, man. You got to just get rid of that stigma of being wrong, because otherwise you're going to try to the end of time to prove that you're right, and that's not fun either. So just, you know, just be okay. Like, tell them, assure them, not even just tell them, assure them that it's okay to not be right with stuff. And you have to take the fall yourself in something logical, like, oh, I was wrong there. That's okay. That's okay to be wrong. And then initiate that. Because once you break down your barrier of like, yeah, we're just people, it's okay to be wrong, then that's so revolutionary for people who've had to double down. Because if they double down on stuff that they believe internally is bullshit, you know, they're going to start admitting, yeah, it is kind of bullshit. And nobody's going to, you know, shit on them for it. It's like, it's okay that you were wrong. That's a problem with the internet. We get bullied all the time about being wrong and who's right. And the bumping of heads is too much on like the individual. Like, you feel like you have to defend your honor in a weird way. But I don't know. I just think that it's, you know, the approach is too aggressive. And I think we could take a more mature, slightly passive approach. Let them win, let them be aggressive, but also assure that it doesn't matter either way.
Isto não é do nosso planeta.
This is not our planet. This is not from. Okay.
Na floresta há árvores grandes.
In the forest. I think our friend Viviana left. There are big trees. Yeah.
Ele olhou para o céu. Ele olhou para
o céu.
O céu.
He looked at the sky.
Eu perdi minha carteira no temporal.
I asked Peggy. Lost my wallet. I lost my wallet in the storm. Sound it out, Petey. There we go.
Isto não é do nosso planeta.
This is not from our planet. Yeah, girl. Oh, yes. Boobily doobly. $84 XP for today. Have you ever tried Chinese on Duolingo? It is brutal. It throws in the deep end with throws you in the deep end with characters from the start. I think that's great. Here's the thing that I would love Duolingo to do. And this is my humble opinion. Duolingo, if you're watching right now, I don't know my letters. I don't know what I know. A and oo and e. I know the vowels. It's kinda a, oo, e, eh. No, eh is with the accent. No, e is I. And then with the, I don't know, with the accent over the I is I. It's just, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more letters and numbers. I think letters, numbers are the thing that I would like more of. Like if there are different number combinations, because like the big thing is like if I were to say 19, that's 19. But like if there's only like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and they just kind of have you assume that it's like, okay, 29 is 29, 39 is 39, and so forth. But I feel like if I had more of that practice, that of just actually applying two of the concepts of, this is what goes before the second number, the first number of a two-digit number, like listing out like 32. Was it 32 or duas? I'm not sure. Because it's do I, because a duas is the feminine and 30 ends with an A. I don't know. Why do they have a grammar tip on it? I don't know why. I just know that's how you spell acai. It's the A, the C with the squiggly, a regular A, and then I with the, I don't know. Oof. Cracked my neck here. Have you ever tried Chinese? Oh yeah, you already asked me if I tried Chinese on Duolingo. Well, Vivian, Zia, I don't know if I think she left. That's okay, buddy. Hopefully they give me a subscription. No guarantees or anything like that. Well, I think I'm starting to wind down. Yeah, 764 is not a bad time. Not a bad time indeed. And I think I'm gonna end here. Ajax, it was good hearing from you. I hope you get back into the Duolingo journey. 764 days, man. We did it. I'm sweating like a freaking pig. But 764, we managed it. And yeah, I'm glad to have this wonderful conversation. I should watch Cowboy Bebop. I'll think about it. And 84 XP. I probably could have gotten like 1,000 in all the time that we were talking, but sometimes I'd like to think that like when you relax the brain a lot while you're learning something, you retain it a lot better. Or maybe I'm distracting myself with having a conversation. Who the hell knows? But Ajax, it's been great hearing from you and good to see you. Glad you're getting back in the mix of things. I gotta call my family because 764 days. I gotta call the family. Bit of an announcement today. So on day 765 of my Duolingos, tomorrow, my sister's gonna be getting surgery, and I gotta be there for her. So I don't think tomorrow's gonna be a big day. Today definitely was. It's her, but I have to talk to her. I have to say, hey, it's your last day, and before her surgery, and yeah, send love and prayers to my family, and I hope she gets better. I know she'll be fine. She's tough. But goddamn, it's very scary. So I gotta I promised my family I'd be calling them in 5 minutes, so I think now's the appropriate time to get going. So 764, gotta pose with it like I'm an anime protagonist in a shonen jump thingy, mangers. And as always, obrigado por assistir. Boa noite. Ciao, ciao. I will see you all tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Let's keep this flame going. Catch you later.